Hey, Christina. Are you seriously still working that lame job? Huh? I mean, watching you grind away at some convenience store or cafe is just painful. I'm not working for your entertainment, thanks. No, but why even bother? You don't have to work, so why waste your time on some bottom-tier job? What are you talking about? Because working is normal. See that? The fact that you're even saying stuff like normal just proves how out of touch you are. How am I out of touch? Because being cute is all that matters for a girl. Hard work, a job, that's for ugly people. Excuse me, what? I'm just saying, guys are always nice to cute girls. You don't even have to work. People just spoil you with gifts and attention. Meanwhile, you're out here sweating through some dead-end job when you don't even need to. Whatever. You know, watching people try so hard is honestly hilarious. I mean, you're not cute, so I guess working your butt off at some job is your only option. Excuse me? But seriously, isn't that just what uncute people do? I don't have to do anything. Guys just buy me stuff, take me out, give me spending money. I don't need a job. And you're saying that like it's something to be proud of? Well, yeah. Being cute basically puts life on easy mode. Not that you'd ever understand. And what's your point? You saying I should be more like you? No way, that's impossible. You're ugly, so hard work is literally the only way you're gonna survive. Unbelievable. Anyway, back to your job. Why are you working so hard? Well, because I need money to live. Huh? Our parents support us, don't they? Why are you wasting your time with some dumb job? Because I help out with the bills. Wait, what? You're actually giving them money? Are you serious? That's so stupid. Excuse me? I don't get it. Why would you give money to our parents? You really have the worst personality for life. Helping with living expenses is just common sense. Well, you're not doing anything though. No. Cute girls get love no matter what. Pitching in with bills and all that, that's a job for the not-so-cute girls. Wow, I just can't deal with you. Hey, there's something I really need to ask you. What? Hey, Christina, tell me, how did someone with that face manage to marry a hot guy? Honestly, I can't believe it. Wait, don't tell me. Is he blind or something? I mean, think about it. A plain, boring, overweight girl like you getting proposed to? That's basically a miracle. There's no way this is legit. Come on, what did you do? Knowing you probably guilt-tripped him, did him some huge favor, or played the sympathy card to force him into marrying you, right? Madison, yeah, I figured you'd say something like that. I actually didn't even want to invite you to the family meeting because I knew this would happen. But Mom kept insisting, saying stuff like, she's your sister, or Madison should meet him too, so I had no choice. Oh, I see how it is. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, let's be real. You knew you'd look bad standing next to me, so you tried to keep the whole engagement a secret, right? But no matter how much you hide it, the moment a real beauty like me walks in, his attitude is gonna change instantly. I mean, that's how it's always been, right? Your boyfriends always end up choosing me in the end. So yeah, I totally get why you'd be so insecure. Yeah, I won't deny that happened, but don't you think it's a little messed up to brag about it? How long do you plan to keep stealing from me, just to feel better about yourself? Oh, come on! It's not like I tried to take them from you. Your boyfriends just end up realizing how much more attractive I am. That's not my fault. So maybe stop making me out to be the bad guy, okay? If anything, instead of blaming me, maybe you should be blaming your own fate for being born fat and ugly. I mean, if you were even a little cuter, maybe your boyfriends wouldn't have wandered off. But hey, what's done is done. No changing that now. You're right. You really were lucky. Born with a pretty face, always getting attention. But now look at you. You never learned how to do anything on your own. How exactly do you plan to survive like that? Jesus! You always have some comeback, don't you? Can't you just shut up and listen for once? You're still as mouthy as ever. Actually, now that I think about it, your sarcasm's gotten worse. You used to just get depressed, but now you're fighting back. I can tell. You're desperate not to lose, aren't you? Of course. After dealing with you every time, I've had no choice but to toughen up. If my sarcasm has improved, I guess I have you to thank for that. See? That's exactly what I'm talking about. The way you fire back like you have to win, it just makes you look desperate. It's honestly hilarious. So tell me, does your fiancé know about this side of you? You're not seriously trying to make him think you're some elegant, quiet, modest woman, are you? Because if he has no idea what he's getting into, that's kind of sad. I mean, when push comes to shove, you can be really aggressive. You're not planning to hide your true colors and trick him into marrying you, right? That's called fraud, you know. Sorry to disappoint, but I have no interest in pretending to be someone I'm not just to get married. Putting on an act, playing the perfect girl, forcing a relationship, stuff like that only makes life miserable in the long run. More importantly, Madison, how long are you planning to keep coming after me like this? Looking down on me, mocking me? Does that actually make you happy? If you've got this much time to waste on me, maybe you should focus on finding your own happiness. Wouldn't it be a lot more meaningful to meet someone great and actually enjoy your life? What the hell? Why do you sound so smug? You're older than me, so of course you'd get married first. And yet you're acting all high and mighty like you're teaching me something? Just because you got engaged first doesn't mean you've won at life. So quit acting like it. It's honestly painful to watch. That's not it. I just want you to actually think about your own happiness for once. But honestly, you've always been like this. The moment you feel even slightly at a disadvantage, you go on the attack. You get mad, twist things around to protect your pride, and make me the villain. But if you keep doing that, you'll never find real happiness. What the hell? You're seriously pissing me off. Why do you always have to act so superior? You're always talking down to me like some wise older sister, and it's so annoying. And another thing, you keep going on about how I can't do anything like it's some kind of insult, but duh, of course I can't. I'm beautiful. That's exactly why people do everything for me. I don't need to do anything myself. You wouldn't understand because you've never been pretty a day in your life. But the world is kinder to beautiful people. That's just common sense. Yeah, and our family is a perfect example of that. Madison is beautiful, so she'll be fine. That's the excuse Mom and Dad always used to dump everything on me. I was the one stuck doing housework, getting a job in high school and giving them money, while you got spoiled and never had to lift a finger. Exactly! You get it. I don't have to work or do anything. I'll just marry rich and let my husband take care of everything. No reason for me to bother learning anything myself. Even if you get married and become a housewife, you still have to do housework. That's not even an issue. If I ever need to do something, I'll figure it out just fine. I don't have to spend years learning like you did. Honestly, you should be thanking me. If it weren't for my tough love, you wouldn't have gotten so good at cooking. Yeah, Mom just said the same thing. You two really are alike. But you know what? You're not entirely wrong. Because of all the unfair treatment I put up with, I did learn how to take care of myself. And in the end, that's exactly why I'm getting married. An attractive guy and someone willing to take you in? Wow, he must be a saint. Or do you have something on him? Listen, the world isn't all about looks. If you've got so much to say, then hurry up and find someone good for yourself. Be so happy you forgot about me entirely. Come on, here we go again. Big sister mode activated. So annoying. You can only act all wise and superior for now. Just wait and see. Yeah. Just stay quiet and behave yourself. You're probably busy with work right now, but I had to tell you something, so I had to text you. Something you had to tell me? Yeah, I stole your fiancé. He said he'd rather be with someone beautiful like me than a useless fat person like you. My bad. What are you talking about? Tell me you're joking. Even as a joke, that's beyond disgusting. I know. It's hard to believe, right? But this is reality. You just have to accept it. What? Wow, this is just so sad. Your own fiancé ended up choosing me instead. How does it feel? Miserable, right? Humiliating? But you know this isn't my fault. It's just that you weren't attractive enough. So really, you have no right to be sad or angry. If anything, shouldn't you be happy for me? As my sister, isn't it your job to put your feelings aside and support me? I mean, I'm about to start a happy new life. Plus, isn't that something you've always been told? We're family, so we should support each other. I'll be there for you too, so now it's your turn to support me, right? Honestly, this has always been your role. No matter how many boyfriends you had, they always ended up with me. And in the end, you were always left alone. You should be used to it by now. So you're really going to act like this until the very end? At this point, I'm not even mad anymore. It's just so predictable, it's almost funny. You know what they call this? The final cry of a sore loser. But hey, at least now you don't have to worry about me stealing your boyfriend ever again. Isn't that a relief? Seriously, good for you. Now you can finally find a guy who's actually on your level. I mean, let's be real. You and him never matched in the looks department. It was doomed from the start. So of course he was drawn to me. Why wouldn't he choose someone as stunning and charismatic as me over someone as plain and dull as you? You sure are running your mouth. What? I'm just stating facts. Come on, aren't you going to congratulate me already? I really hope you're not about to tell me that, as my sister, you can't even be happy for me. That will be so embarrassing for you. You'd be exposing just how petty you really are. You're right. You absolutely have a point. Congratulations. I'm so happy for you. Huh? No need to put on a brave face. You don't have to lie and say you're happy. No, really. I am happy for you. That's why I'm truly congratulating you. But you know, Madison, maybe it's time you finally realized just how selfish you are. And maybe it's time you understood just how spoiled and completely incapable of living on your own you've become. Wait, hold on a sec. Are you actually mad? Is it really that big of a deal? I mean, I get it. Your precious fiancé got stolen by your own little sister. That's gotta hurt. But you know, sitting there fuming isn't going to change anything. Facts are facts. This is reality. You just have to accept it. Or what? Do you actually think I'd give him back? Come on, think about it logically. Out of all your exes, he's easily the best-looking one, and now he's mine. This is just fate, don't you think? I mean, every single one of your past boyfriends ended up choosing me in the end. This time's no different. It's just how things are meant to be. So instead of getting all worked up, why not just be happy for me? Though I guess I can't really blame you for being upset. Whatever. Watching you flaunt your cruelty so shamelessly is almost impressive. You don't even care how awful your actions are, do you? But whatever. This is over, right? The fact that you're so smug about all of this just makes me lose the will to argue. So that's it. From now on, stay out of my life. Honestly, cutting ties with you would be the biggest relief. Wow, that's hilarious. You're acting way too tough. Do you really think you're fine? No way. There's no way you're actually okay with this. But hey, whatever. I'm getting married anyway, so let's just call it quits here. This is officially the end of our relationship. So don't ever bother me again, okay? Oh, and don't even think about seeing him again. He's my husband now, and I don't need you hanging around. That'd be so annoying. And just so you know, if you try to pull any revenge stunt, I won't hesitate to report you. I don't play around with stuff like that. But really, any normal sister would just congratulate me. Got it. If that's how it is, then I have nothing left to say. Let's cut ties for real. I don't want anything to do with you anymore. And wasting any more time on this ridiculous conversation is pointless. Just live your life however you want. But don't come running to me for help. No matter what happens, I won't be there for you. Well then, good luck. Enjoy the happy life you're so sure about. Sounds like something interesting just happened. Mom, what's going on? Oh, don't play dumb now. Hey, Christina, I heard you cut ties with Madison. She told me everything. Wow, I'm shocked. I can't believe you would go so far as to cut her off completely. Getting mad just because she took your fiancé? That's way too immature. And then cutting off your one and only sister over it? Honestly, isn't that just ridiculous? You're acting so petty. Don't you think you're being childish? Take a step back and think for a second. Are you seriously making such a big deal over one guy? Doesn't that embarrass you? Oh, please. You're really not going to stand there and act like you had nothing to do with this? Let's not forget who was totally on board with Madison stealing my fiancé. I heard everything, Mom. When Madison said, he looks way better with me, right? What did you say? You said, that's right, you're the prettier one. He's out of her league. And you were smiling like you were so proud of her. Not only that, but you even whispered to Madison, good thing she found you a husband, huh? And now you want to pretend like you weren't involved? That's just pathetic. It's always been like this, hasn't it? You would encourage Madison, use me as a stepping stone, and act like that was just the way things were supposed to be. What the hell are you saying? Now you're blaming me for all this? How twisted can you get? You're just an ungrateful child who doesn't appreciate her parents at all. This is exactly why you're such a failure. You were born ugly, so the least you could do is live quietly and stop complaining. You keep whining, but have you forgotten everything I did to raise you? No, I haven't forgotten. In fact, I remember exactly how I was treated, because that treatment is what shaped me into who I am today. I won't deny that I was raised well. In that sense, sure, I'm grateful. Thanks to all of it, I learned how to take care of myself. But because I wasn't spoiled like Madison, I had to become strong. Every little thing Madison didn't want to do, I was the one forced to do it. Cooking, studying, working, I had to handle it all. Meanwhile, Madison got to be pampered her whole life, never lifting a finger. And now look at her. Your precious Madison grew up into an adult who can't do a single thing on her own. She has to cling to men, stealing what she wants just to feel like she matters. And yet, you still think she's the superior one? If that's how you see it, then by all means, take care of her until the very end. I'm done. None of this has anything to do with me anymore. You really are such a spiteful child. Madison didn't win him over just because she's pretty. Honestly, I think he just got sick of how bitter and twisted you are and called off the engagement himself. Madison, on the other hand, knows how to treat her man right. Unlike you, She doesn't waste her time being passive-aggressive and nasty. You think what I'm saying is spiteful? I'm only stating facts, Mom. If the truth sounds like an insult to you, then maybe that says something about how I was raised. See? That right there. That's exactly what I mean. Not only are you not beautiful, but you're also insufferable. At least you managed to learn how to cook. That's the one thing you have going for you. Because, let's be real, you have nothing else. You're absolutely right. By the way, Madison already told me she's cutting ties with me. I'm fine with that. I want that. And while we're at it, I think it's time I cut ties with this family too. You're okay with that, right? What? So you're saying that just because you lost your fiancé, you're going to sever ties with your own parents too? That's unbelievably immature. You do realize that means you'll have no one to rely on, right? I can't think of a single time when I was actually able to rely on you or Dad. And up until now, I've been the one sending money to this family. But given the situation, I guess it's fine to just leave that to Madison and her new husband, right? Since I'm such a failure, I'd rather you stop depending on me. Oh, wow. So you actually know you're a failure. And what's with the attitude? Who do you think you are telling me not to rely on you? It's not like I ever needed anything from you in the first place. Then I guess I don't need to send money anymore. If I keep transferring money, that would mean I'm still helping you. Oh, please. Don't act all high and mighty just because you send a few scraps my way. So to you, it's just scraps. But to a failure like me, it's a lot of money. So yeah, I'm done sending it. How long do you plan on leeching off me, Mom? Leeching? Excuse me? I have never leeched off you. That money is repayment for raising you. It's only natural for you to send it. So what? Does that mean you can't survive without my scraps? You need to rely on me to live, don't you? That's not what I'm saying. I've lost my fiancé and I'm emotionally and physically exhausted. I can't deal with you relying on me anymore. So from now on, why don't you lean on Madison's husband instead? You've never cared about me anyway. Wouldn't that be the best option for you too? Oh, is that so? I was actually trying to save you, thinking you were just being dramatic about cutting ties. But if you're that determined, then fine. Do whatever you want, but don't come crawling back. Even if you're crying and begging for help, I won't lift a finger. You cut ties with Madison too, right? I'm sure it's because you don't want her husband around you. Well then, I guess I should support Madison too. Who knows what a gloomy sister like you might try to pull? And yet, I'm the one being accused of being spiteful. Fine by me. This is the end. We're both better off without each other. Goodbye. Hey, Christina! How could you? You tricked me. How could you make your own sister go through this? I wasn't told anything about this. Of course you weren't. I never said a word, so there was nothing for you to hear. Besides, this was your decision, wasn't it? You did this all on your own. I had nothing to do with it, and I had no reason to interfere. No. You've got to be kidding me. What the hell is going on? Why am I only now finding out that the man I married is a jobless loser drowning in debt? And he didn't even act like it. He looked like a completely normal office worker. I never heard a single thing about this. Isn't this something you should have told me beforehand? Oh, wow. So he never told you anything himself. That's unfortunate. But honestly, Madison, you were way too reckless rushing into marriage without knowing a thing about him. I mean, you jumped on him just because he looked good and never even tried to see who he really was, did you? Was his face really that important? You didn't even put in the bare minimum effort to check. Just saw a handsome guy and went all in. That's just unbelievably shallow. Don't mess with me. How could you not tell me something this important? If I had known from the start, I never would have married a loser like him. What the hell were you thinking? Wait, don't tell me you were actually planning to marry that guy for real? Well, if anything, I was being pushed into the marriage and honestly didn't know what to do. Everyone around me kept saying, he's a great guy, you should marry him. But I was seriously conflicted. I never actually wanted to marry him, but things kept moving forward without my input and I was stuck. And then, just when I needed it most, along came my savior, you. I mean, how could I not be grateful? What? Wait, you didn't set me up on purpose, did you? That can't be true, can it? You're not the type to be that calculating, right? No. I never thought you'd actually stoop so low, Madison. And I definitely didn't expect you to steal him away. Of course not. I never saw that coming. But well, to be honest, if by some miracle you did take him off my hands, I wouldn't have minded at all. In fact, I'd be grateful. So you were planning to let me take him? That's beyond messed up. You should have told me first. Told you first? You mean before you got married, you wanted me to warn you? Yeah, right. Like that was ever going to happen. If I had told you, you wouldn't have been so eager to flirt with that loser or rush into marrying him. Of course I wouldn't have. But seriously, why did you even consider marrying him in the first place? Oh, I didn't want to. But at first, he seemed like a decent guy with a stable job. So I figured, why not? And went along with it. But then things started going downhill. His job didn't work out and he spiraled. Started throwing all his money into gambling and, well, now you see the result. Drowning in debt, struggling with mental health issues. He's in no shape to go back to work, so it was pretty clear I'd be stuck supporting him forever. Mental health issues? So you're saying he's unemployed because he can't work? But he doesn't seem to feel bad about it at all, and I don't see him even trying to get back on his feet. Well, that's because I spoiled him. Same way Mom spoiled you. And look what happened. He turned into a total loser. Wait, hold on. He can't even do housework? Then what exactly can he do? I mean, if we're supposed to build a happy family, he obviously can't get pregnant. He can't work and he can't even take care of the house. So he's completely useless. Yeah, sounds just like someone I know. Excuse me? Sure, you can have kids if that's your choice, but holding down a job? That's a different story. You keep getting fired from every part-time job you take. And since your sister did everything for you growing up, you probably don't even know how to manage household tasks. Basically, you two are a perfect match. Congrats. Now go figure out how to be happy together. What? Of course this is impossible. I never signed up for this. I can't believe this is happening. I'm a woman. That means once I get married, I should be able to settle into a nice, easy life as a housewife. That's why I spent my whole life making sure I stayed cute. I never needed to cook or do housework because someone was always there to do it for me. And now that I'm finally married, my husband won't even work, has no money, is drowning in debt, and his only good quality is his face. What kind of scam is this? What am I supposed to do now? My whole life, I was preparing to be taken care of by a man, and now you're telling me that's not happening? Oh, so you finally get it? Up until now, you always had someone to rely on, but that's over. From now on, you have no choice but to figure things out on your own. Maybe it's time you use this as a chance to learn how to be independent. Besides, I've already cut ties with our family. I've completely cut you off too. So don't you think it's kind of ridiculous that you're even contacting me? I have nothing to do with you anymore. Stop trying to rely on me. I have no intention of doing anything for you ever again. Wait, don't say something so cruel. Mom and Dad just wanted to raise you strictly, that's all. And now you're just going to abandon us? We're family. Isn't it normal to help each other? Because you cut ties, Mom told me from now on, you and your husband will be the ones sending money. But my husband is unemployed. We have zero income. How are we supposed to pay for anything? Please, I'm begging you. You're the only one I can rely on. Even just a little bit of money, even a little support would help. Are you kidding me? Do you have any idea how long you've been using me like I'm disposable? You always just assumed I'd silently put up with everything and take care of you, didn't you? But not anymore. I am not your servant. I am not your wallet. This is it. We're done. Don't ever contact me again. This is the perfect opportunity for you to figure things out on your own. After dumping everything on me for years, it's your turn to deal with the consequences. I am done letting you drag me down. No! Christina! Madison eventually went through with marrying my ex-fiancé. He rushed to submit the marriage papers as soon as possible, most likely to trap her before she could escape. My mom, who didn't really care when he was just my fiancé, suddenly got super excited and threw a big celebration. Madison's future is so promising, she cheered, not having a clue about the actual circumstances. But for Madison, marriage was just the beginning of her nightmare. She had been so eager to become a housewife, dreaming of a life of leisure. As soon as they tied the knot, her husband just stopped putting in any effort. He spent his days glued to his phone or playing video games from morning till night. Every now and then, he would claim he was going to work, but in reality, he was just wasting money at the slot machines. He didn't work, and his debts weren't going to pay themselves. When Madison finally broke down and begged our parents for help, they coldly responded, "You two made your decision. Figure it out yourselves." With no other choice, Madison was forced to do something she had never done in her life: get a real job. But her carefully maintained nails and designer handbags were useless in the real world. At work, her boss yelled at her, her coworkers ignored her, and she had no one to complain to. After dragging herself home exhausted from work, she was greeted by a filthy apartment and an empty fridge. And there, sprawled across the couch, was her useless husband. When Madison finally snapped, screaming, "I can't take this anymore," he just smirked and said, "Then quit. You should be grateful I'm even staying home." As if he were doing her a favor. Her once carefree life had turned into a living hell, working nonstop with no reward. Since I had cut ties with my family, my money transfers to mom had obviously stopped. She called me repeatedly, but of course, I ignored every single one. Whatever happened to them was no longer my concern. I moved far away, leaving my past behind and starting fresh in a new environment. Naturally, I have had no contact with Madison or mom since. From now on, I'm living for myself.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.